Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Habitual Line Crosser, and we got Knox over in here. You want to say hi? Oh, I know. I moved the microphone to the other side. It's scary now, so we got to get them some treats. I'm running low on treats. Mrs. Line Crosser, if you're watching this, you should bring up some more treats. These dogs are running low. All right, welcome, everybody. We got, hey, some of the mods are in here. Katie, Nova, how's it going? Weapons is in here. Oh, now that Weapons is in here, I want to tell you guys that I know everything there is to know about the A10. I think it's called the Hogwart. Anyways, it's got a 35 millimeter main gun. It can't carry missiles, and we've gotten rid of them because their targeting sucks. And that right there is how you trigger Weapons 3 times in like 4 seconds. So good to have you here, Weapons. We got Fox the Note. Foxy? Hey, how's it going? You changed your name. Fox the Note Girl? I thought you were just Foxy. I mean, sorry, you're a dude. Fox is a dude. That checks out. They say the B1's getting replaced. I heard about that. I did hear about that. It's so much you chopped it. Yeah, it itched way too much, guys. I couldn't take it no more. I still have the beard brush over here. I'm gonna let it grow until I'm done with leave, but this stream is democracy manifest. So I know last Friday, a bunch of you were complaining about like the buzzing sound and stuff like that. So believe it or not, I also recorded with Eli, Nick, Rich, and that's it. No, fuck. Anyways, and the editor was complaining about the buzzing sound too. So I went back and listened to the original audio, and I heard the buzzing, and I was like, "What is that?" Well, I went down there and I tore apart all the wiring. I was like, I'm going to start completely from scratch because that buzzing, from what I found on the internet, was the result of a grounding issue. So I said, "What the hell is going on?" Well, I found some issues. The main issue that I think is the problem is I had a cable that my dog had chewed up, and it was leaning against my desk. So pretty sure that small amount of voltage that was going through that is what was making that noise. So if you guys hear it tonight, please let me know so that way I can know whether I fixed it or not. Because I did a recording last night after I worked on it. I recorded for like 30 minutes. I just sat here and played a video game for like 30 minutes. And then I went and did playback. Didn't hear it at all throughout it. So if you hear it tonight, please let me know. So that way I know if I did or didn't solve it. I interrupted watching TFE for this. Oh no, I'm going to tell Nick. You guys all came over here. We're going to say communism 3 times. 56 days without a suicidal ideation. That's what I'm fucking talking about, man. That's here. I'm going to give you some horns for that. Building a toolkit to deal with the dark thoughts, laughing along with Buff, and the kid helps a lot. Hey, man, that honestly, like that right there is the biggest fucking reward for me. That, you know, the things that I've created or helped create, because you guys participate a lot more than you think. I want to be totally honest with you, because I go through and I read the comments and I'll read them and be like, that's a really good idea. Oh, I think that should be lore. Or I garnish the feedback because I want you guys to get, you know, what you're expecting. But at the same time, get something you enjoy. And, but it makes me feel absolutely amazing that I hear people on their road to recovery, and, you know, recovery's it's a decision. It's not a one-time thing. It's an everyday decision. So, hey man, Rodney, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Happy holidays, HLC and family. American Muscle Car Club, thank you so much. Happy holidays to you and yours as well. No buzzing here. Anna Markey, how you doing, buddy? I haven't been on one of your shows in a while. We should do that again sometime if I ever find fucking time. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I've decided as of late, and maybe you guys have noticed if you've been in my Discord or something like that, I've tried making time as of late, so that since I'm on recovery and I'm not actively, working for the army as it sits right now, to make a little bit more time for me. And that means, more video games, more interacting with people that isn't just in the spotlight. Like, don't get me wrong, I do this because, on Friday nights, I want to interact with you guys, but I hop in the Discord, and I've done it a little more often now, and I'll hop in and I'll hang out with the Star Citizen organization we have, which if you guys play Star Citizen, we have an org. If you'd like to join the org, we want to be, eventually a force to be reckoned with. We have some heavy contenders in there that got some really, really powerful ships. I, on the other hand, I like the Cutlass Black. I like mining. I like shipping. I like like menial tasks, scrapping. I also have a Drake Corsair. I just bought that one because it was on sale. I've really wanted the Drake Corsair for a very, very long time. So it went on sale and I was like, all right, I got a Drake Corsair. I'm a famous video star. I would never interact with you. Hey, man, I try and interact with everybody. That's, please bear in mind that I try and interact as much as I can with everybody. I just don't have all the time in the world to do that. When I first started on this journey and I started growing, I tried to read every comment and get back to every comment. And I remember like I was sitting there for hours a day just trying to catch up with all of it and respond to people and talk with them. And my missus was like, you're going to drive yourself insane. You can't. You need to glance at it now and again and just go on about your merry way. Like there's nothing you can do. You can't keep up with all this. So I do try. I really do try. Teal's in here. What is up, Teal? We are out here talking about Star Citizen. I just bought a Drake Corsair just because they have like shipping missions now. No one told me that. So I'd been shipping. Breaking news, Mexican president and Canuck PM not giving into the Orange Man's BS. I will say, Haven Lady, I don't pick sides in this. I mean, I think that the only people who really won in this election, and that was for whatever other side wins, it doesn't matter. The only people who I personally genuinely believe won are the meme lords. But the meme lords also would have won had the other candidate won the election. Meme lords. Here's the thing. Meme lords got us through Harambe. They're getting us through Peanut and Fred. They'll get us through this. Meme lords, you have a very important job. Did I finally get sick of Buff making fun of the not a real bearded shaven? She needs to be a carrier voice. Army is better, or Navy is better than Army. I was saying it the right way. Who is Franklin? Franklin. Oh, hang on. Let me respond to Big Dork Little Bite. Or Big Bork Little Bite. Wow, dyslexia, folks. This has been brought to you by fucking dyslexia, which I have in spades. Anyways, I've tried getting Mrs. Linecrosser to be an AWACS. I've created the AWACS, like I had to create a specific picture because if she's going to be something I use over and over and over, not saying I use my wife, but the character, then it has to be something iconic. So I went into Photoshop and I did this and I changed some things and boom, I have the character. And she sat in that chair over in the corner, you guys can't see off camera, holding my phone and staring at it. I had one line that she had to get out. For 20 minutes, she sat there staring at my phone. We'll get her there. We'll get her there. We're trying. So anyways, Ace Wolf says, who is Franklin? Well, so Franklin, let me tell you how this whole thing kind of went down. So I started, making my content. And then one day I made a joke about the kid fighting a raccoon for a chicken nugget. I just made a joke. I just made a joke. And it came up so often in the comment section, and it was the throwback that people just kept reaching towards. It's like the would you intercept me thing. Like if I never said that again, I would lose people, but just because I did never say that again. But if I say it too much, I'll also lose people because then it loses its luster. So they kept on reaching back to that over and over and over. And then eventually I was like, all right. So I made a character, a raccoon that was friends with the kid. And he had this whole arc about how he was a CIA informant and all this other stuff like that. So the Franklin is the raccoon pal. That's who he is. When do we get to see Franklin? I'm working on that. Well, I mean, technically, that's Franklin. I cloned Putin so you could collect his bounty. I don't know if that's the greatest idea, but hey, whatever. You should do a funny day in the life of an air defender video. If I was at a regular organization, absolutely. But I don't know if I can get away with that as an instructor. Because instructors were supposed to be like professional. Dude, this is the thing. The instructors I work with are hands down the best that I've ever met in their respective MOSs. Like hands down. They are the absolute fucking best. But do you know why they're the best? Because they don't take themselves too fucking seriously. And they're goofballs and they bend the rules, and that's why they are the absolute best. But the Army has this weird idea that like you got to be prim and proper and perfect to be an instructor, and that's not the case. If you're that as an instructor, you're going to run out of time and drive yourself insane. It's Christmas season. It is, Katie. Doesn't Sacred Cow Shipyards also play? I don't know. HLC is great about being one of us. I'm trying. You missed out on the F-22 roasting the F-35 on the issue on his landing gear snapping, hearing the ooh-woo. I needed something like when I was looking, because I didn't have that planned from the beginning. I just want you guys to know that. And when I got to that line, I was like, I need something that is so far on the other side of the spectrum from the kid that it just causes people to go, what the fuck? And the only thing that popped into my head was an internet ooh-woo girl. And so I was like, that's what I'm going to go with. And unfortunately, now it's lore or canon. I don't know the difference between lore and canon. Maybe you guys can explain that. Fun fact, the F-14 has more kills. 135 and 4. 34 to 1. Yes, the AIM-174 would fit on a Tomcat, but that's just because the Tomcat is huge and has a ton of fucking space underneath it. The Tomcat, the thing that I love about it is it was the world's, not just America's, it was the world's first attempt that instead of being good at a dogfight, how about you kill them before you ever get into one? Like, I got it. Top Gun's all about like, oh, well, MiGs can outturn us. Yeah, because a MiG is like half the size of a fucking Tomcat. But a Tomcat is going to detect that MiG and throw a Phoenix missile at him from way further than that MiG is ever going to see. Oh, you said F-15? Wait. The F-14 has more kills. The F-14, 135 and 4. Wait, F-15. Which one did you mean the F-15 for? My bad. DCS is really great. Oh, I don't have time for DCS. I downloaded it. I have it in my Steam library. I opened it, got into something, couldn't figure out how to start it, and walked away. Wither!
Hello HLC, I am not sure if today is the drinking stream for the mods. Just going to throw this out here to test the waters.
The drinking stream for the mods. There's a drinking stream for the mods? Did I agree to this? Have I seen the missile that goes Mach 24? It's one of my missiles. Yes, that would be the Trident 2 there, America. But it only goes Mach 24 outside, exo-atmospheric. It doesn't have a powered descent. So actually, that's a great thing to bring up. The reason why hypersonics are such a... Okay, the reason why America doesn't have a hypersonic is because we decided a long time ago it was kind of a stupid idea. It's not just that someone is making a hypersonic missile, okay? It's not easy, but it's doable to create something with a powered descent that is moving at greater than Mach 5 speeds inside the atmosphere. We've done it before. The problem you have is the amount of reduced range you get with that via the rocket problem, because you have to create enough thrust, and that thrust has to be moving in one direction fast enough to propel the object the other way fast enough. That costs a lot of fuel, but as you add more fuel, that fuel has to have enough potential energy to be able to transmit into kinetic energy, and I think it's kinetic, yeah, and become thrust. And yeah, anyways, just Google the rocket problem. Anyways, oh my God, I forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, the HGV is the only thing that I genuinely consider a threat. The DFZF, Dongfeng something, the Chinese DFZF, and that's because of not its speed, its flight path. Because a hypersonic glide vehicle, what it does, so ballistic missile goes up and then down, right? Ballistic trajectory goes up, runs out of fuel, falls. That's literally what they do 99% of the time. Some of them do lateral acceleration and early release submunitions and fucking, they do all sorts of flippity doodads and shit, and they want to do cool things. Whatever, cool. We've done that for a long goddamn time. The DFZF, on the other hand, it kind of takes the best of both worlds. This is the reason why I consider the DFZF more of a threat than anything that Russia or anybody else has, is because I know with my system, it comes down to predictability. And if I have a ballistic missile, because the DFZF the hypersonic glide vehicle is taken outside the atmosphere via conventional rocket, right? And where it starts hauling ass. And then it looks like it's going to drop short. So my radar would do a PIP predicted, a GIP, a ground impact point, and it put a way out in front of me. My system wouldn't even process that thing for engagement. I know chat is still going, but I'm teaching here. My system wouldn't even process that thing for engagement. But the crazy thing about the HGV is it drops short, and then as it is on the far side of the horizon, it uses all of that inertia and levels itself out and flies a cruise missile profile at very high speeds. I don't know if it's greater than Mach 5. Some are saying that it has it's an air-breathing ramjet or scramjet engine on board, and it hauls ass. So it uses the best of both worlds. It gets the range via a ballistic trajectory, drops short of an air defense system, noses up, and uses a cruise missile profile to get as close as it can to an enemy whatever. That's why that one is a threat. The Kinzel doesn't do that. The Zircon doesn't do that. The Sarmat doesn't do that. The fucking Iskander doesn't do that. Did I say Iskander? Yeah, they don't do that. So that's why, sorry, I'm teaching people about missiles. I like missiles. TISM activated. Weapons goes, this is what I look like when I do this. I'm so sorry. My bad. Can I make an only planes? Look, man, rule 34. I haven't looked because I've always been too afraid to. I've never looked. But I'm betting someone out there has some questionable content about the kid and Grandpa Buff. And, yeah. Hey, Dad, Mom said I can play Battlefield 1 on your PC. Yeah, go, come on over. I live at that place. Sorry. Your mom, thank you so much for the donation, my dude. I'm trying to get caught up here. Franklin is the OG thug. Franklin is a thug, straight up. Are we going to see the SR-72 Darkstar? Yes. As soon as, I want to create the character, but I have a genuine feeling that it is going to look different than what we saw in Maverick, in Top Gun Maverick. I genuinely think it's going to look different. Just from my perspective, looking at that aircraft, I'm like, doesn't give me the warm and fuzzy. I feel like it's going to have some differences in design. We don't know that, but so I'm waiting. F-14 more than F-15 is what I meant. Autocorrect. My bad. Oh, F-14 has more than the F-15. Got it. Nobody tells me nothing. What are we talking about? If Nick cameos the super tweet would mention of communism, have him as the Thunder Screech. I was on Twitter and I saw the Russian ruble just skyrocketed in the last couple of days. And that's because, you can only plug so many holes in a boat before the boat just is going to sink anyways. Weather! Hang on, we'll finish that in a second. Let's let this play.
Anyways, I had an interesting morning where one of the water department employees hit the gate of the base. There's a picture in the smoke pit if you care to see it.
Well, now I gotta look. But so Nick, I posted, or anyways, I was like, we're gonna get a second fall of the Soviet Union before we get GTA 6. And I posted this on my Twitter. And Nick, he commented with the GIF from what is it? Super Troopers, where it just says Mother of God. Mother of God. Age restricted. Yeah, I'm tracking that it's age restricted. I see the... Oh, there it is. That's a mistake. He doesn't know yet. It's a pretty fucked up gate. If you're over 18, you can join the Discord. Remember that. You'll be 21 one day. Nova's not 21? Oh man, we partying. Nova, we partying when you're 21. We'll have a Nova turn 21 stream. We're gonna have that. It's happening. How long to 21? I need a buff Franklin bot for X. Is that a thing? I don't can you make a Can I make a bot on X? I don't know how to do that. I have no idea. I'm sorry, I'm learning. Oh man. Franklin's voice should be raccoon eggs. I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get caught up here. Make it only missiles. Where I just teach people missiles. That's all I do. I just teach them about fucking missiles. I just dive into the weeds like, all right, guys, here's what we're going to talk about. Maybe someday I'll like create another exclusive series on Pepperbox and be like, it's just called missiles. We'll call it missiletism, where I just tism out about one missile for like 20 minutes straight. Okay, guys, we need to intermittently claim that there's a weird buzzing or whining noise in this video to drive him crazy. No, Scott! You fucking Canadians never change. I'm telling you. Hello, sorry I'm late. Can we restart? Okay, well, Stuart, I will tell you didn't miss anything important. Let me see. First off, weapons, he came forward and declared his undying trust in my assessment of aircraft, especially the A-10. So that was important. Teal came forward and said that the Army is and will always be better than the United States Air Force. Katie, I got nothing. Katie's not 18 yet. I probably shouldn't roast Katie. Foxy told me he's not a dude. No, that's obviously not fucking true. Oh, sorry. Anyways, if you guys didn't get that, so the first time I spoke with Foxy, she jumped into chat and I was like, yeah, bro, dude, guys, whatever. And so the running joke is that Foxy is a dude, even though, you know, I think I've spoken to Foxy. I know I spoke to Ping. I don't know if I've spoken to Foxy yet. Hello. Sorry, I got that. SR 7172 should be played by women. You know what I should do, and maybe I'll break out the old whiteboard tomorrow, is I should make a short video explaining why the SR-71 was damn near impossible to hit with a missile, and a fast missile coming at you is not. Maybe I should explain that. Where's the smoke pit? It is in the Discord. Wither again. God damn it.
I'd intercept me.
Due to popular demand, I am being asked how much to put on the maid outfit.
I am not for sale. I'm not putting on the maid. I don't want to put on the maid outfit tonight. I'm really upset at myself that I even held on to it. I was going to throw it away. Mrs. Linecrosser was like, no, someone sent that to you as a gift. I was like, fuck. I don't even know if all parts are there, but why is the frame rate like plummeting? It's not like it hasn't changed. Torpedoes versus missile. Man, please explain. Torpedoes are underwater. Missiles are in the air. I'm not like being a smartass. Missiletism. Everyone got my missiletism.
Would you intercept me?
God damn it, Chris.
I'd intercept me.
Thank your help to Miss Fl and fellow vets. Your Titanfall helmet is currently printing, mate.
You're fucking with me. Wait, what? Wait, the kid finally got an intercept on a hi-fi channel? What is a hi-fi channel? I don't know what that is. I'm so lost. High fidelity channel? I don't know. You're going to see the U.S. using the kit anytime soon, given events happening in the world of present. If we do, and I've said this before, nothing personal. Hypersonic torpedoes when? That's what you're asking. Sorry. I'm like reading and talking at the same time. I don't know about the hypersonic torpedoes. No clue. If the United States openly says, hey, we are going to use... I just got a text from Mrs. Linecrosser. Says, do I still have the maid outfit? Yeah, I do. God damn it. If we do, it's going to be to send a message. And the memes are going to fly. How many people do I have in fucking in here right now? 608. Great. That's fuck. Oh, the memes. Just a clone learned how to make Novichok and uncover the power of atomic energy. Send Buff and the kid. You're on your own, 10:0 TV, 1040 TV. Wait, where did that other... Is it not loading? There it is. There's Chris's. Thank you for your help to myself and fellow vets. Your Titanfall helmet is currently printing, mate. Dude, I don't know how to feel. Like I'm so incredibly thankful. I just don't feel like I've earned it, Chris. Shit. Oh man, you got your brother my merch? Dude, that's gangster. I love it. Oh wow, they all like loaded late. I don't know why they're I'm waiting for that text from Mrs. Linecrosser. It's gonna be, I'm gonna, just so I can ignore it. Oh no.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Still have the maid outfit? Somebody needs some glitter DCKS in the mail. Ha ha ha.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. I'll put it on. Yeah, Mrs. Linecrosser, you better get up here. It's in the nightstand. I think second drawer down. Fuck. 12-hour night shift, landed a new job and site security supervisor, been busy busting my ass. Hey man, that's fucking gangster. Always be willing to put in hard work. How much tungsten telephone pole could the Starship Heavy Booster lift to drop someone? Oh, that's more than I'll ever know. Unusual join activity on Fob's shit show. Everyone's for sale, just a matter of price. Name yours and someone might pay. Oh shit. Long form missiletism, that's the dream. You guys want long form missiletism? All right. I'm taking off the headphones. You guys got to be patient. I'm not going to put a price on it because I feel like that's just selfish. I'm going to scroll up a little bit so that it doesn't all go, but give me 5 minutes. Knox, stay.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
To everyone waiting, I apologize.
This is what you've done. All right. I'm waiting for chat to go nuts. There it goes. Yep. Yep, there it goes. Oh, man. USS below as Badger. Does Franklin have a distant cousin? Hey, I'm here to help, man. You came in at a pretty awkward time into the chat.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept you.
300.
All right, fine, Wither. This is awkward. I think my butt might be showing. I don't know if my butt is showing. Is my butt showing? I don't know if my butt's showing. Ugh. I'm not ooh-wooing, because someone will meme that. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this makes it back to my chain of command. Fuck it. They'll be like, what were you doing? Entertaining. I'm better at it. Nova, you're no longer the only. Speaking of merch, does it ship to UK if Trident doesn't get past the confirm order page? Just put a Patriot in your pocket. It should ship to the UK. You may have to try a different browser, man. Oh, man. What does Mrs. Linecrosser think about this? She helped me get dressed. Don't ask, don't tell, sir. Yeah, this is my plan B. What in the fuck? The anime major. Look, okay. Someone sent this to me when I used to have my P.O. box open, and I put it on for the video, and Mrs. Linecrosser was like, you can't throw it away because someone sent it to you as a gift. Yeah. And that's where we're at. This makes me mail call. You want mail call to come back. Okay. 20 active, 10 reserve. Actually, I had the pleasure of meeting the founder of Checovet. Wonderful guy. Immediately reminding me 22-day quote. This kind of like, it seems disingenuous while I'm wearing this, but I assure you it is. I assure you I'm 100% genuine. See the blind man indeed. Happy. You can wear any outfit you want with the right attitude. Hell yeah. Things are breezy. Things are definitely breezy. This is a little tight. This is a little tight. How much am I didn't put a number on it. Wingnuts unite. Put on some power metal. The VO won't cover the cost of wipe. Oh, now Rotten Reaper's in here. Hey, what's up, bro? So they asked what it would cost to have me put on the maid outfit. And here's the thing, guys.
I see, said the blind man indeed. Happy gawk, I'm on gobble.
Here's the thing, Rotten Reaper. So I worked with him. He's been a friend of mine for over 10 years. And of all the streams you could have joined, you picked the one where I put this shit back on. So now, a word for a live show? Fuck what you heard. I might do it. The new member of Baby Metal? You're out of words. Well, I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, I put it on. I did. You can cycle back if you want to see it. I'm going to go get changed back into my adult clothing. Oh, I got a tip from guy I work with Brigade who watches you. Oh, man. All right. 20. All right. No one wants to see it. I get it.
Would you intercept me?
It does have a garter.
I'd intercept me.
Only a raw man owns his actually manhood ulinity. You can even its censor words.
There we go.
My brother. Your booty needs work. Do your squats.
It does.
With the thrust. Is the point.
I can't really do a whole lot of squats right now. I shouldn't have done that. The hip is still healing right now. I'll be right back, Knox. Just entertain them. I'll be back.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
I hope you enjoyed the show, everyone. It won't be happening again anytime soon.
Oh, man. Great. One of the guys I was with in Afghanistan was watching tonight, too. LaRue, if you share that to the fucking platoon chat, I'm leaving the platoon chat. Reaper Daddy is not going to be fucking cool with that one, man. And what did you send? Who said it? Oh my God. So one of you works with Rotten Reaper, and yeah. Oh man. Real he wins again. At least it's not feet. I don't do feet. Fenris, thank you so much. Masonal Wolf, I almost did because I couldn't get it unzipped, so I just had to like yank it off. Tiberius Rex, thank you so much. And then, yeah, it probably won't be happening again for a while there, Wither. Good dog, thank you so much. Manliest costume I've ever seen HLC put on. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. Most of you. Best live stream to open up. How many are in? There was like 600 before I did that. We're still around 600. We're good. Hold on. I got to respond to LaRue. Knox, go do something with your life. It is not protocol 4 time. You go lay down. You big fat boy. All right. Thursdays must have really changed HLC. Lose 20 pounds and put it back on, my wife request. Hey, I'm working on it, okay? I mean, not really. I've been straight up off the diet. You know, it's going to be a weekend safety brief now with all the Joes going to be held over from it. Saved for posterity. Grandpa Buff in the F-22 with the ears. I did have a good Thanksgiving. We had Thanksgiving lasagna, me and Mrs. Line Crosser. This is when you get the call at 06 for my CO. Yeah. Get the cat matching outfit. You know, that's the thing is I might get the cat matching outfit and then just make Mrs. Line Crosser wear that. I'll wear the maid and she'll have to wear that. She's probably watching right now. Best Christmas gift ever. God damn it. I'm going to have to go check the HLC Reddit and like... It's going to be memes. There's going to be so many fucking memes. Twitter tomorrow is going to be all... I can't wait. I can't wait until somebody I'm arguing with on Twitter or somebody I'm like dunking on Twitter finds a meme of me wearing the fucking maid outfit and is like, this you? And like all his buddies think they won. And I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Oh, I posted in the chat. Oh my God.
I'd intercept me.
I'd like to personally apologize for permanent eye damage. But I have to go. Have a good night, everyone.
Wither, thank you so much for being here. Everybody as well, thank you so much for being here. We still got another an hour and 15 minutes. I will be here. Oh man, LaRue said he shared it to the platoon chat. Oh, great. Oh, LaRue hasn't yet. Would you and the Unsub Boys be interested in a mil-sim D&D campaign where soldiers have superpowers and fight monsters, raiders trained by a bounty hunter? Lance Corporal Anime Guy. I love the energy. Love it. The problem is D&D campaigns take a lot of time. And I tell you, I love Eli. Eli's such a great dude. Eli is such a good dude. But he is so busy, and Eli runs on his own time. If you could get him, I don't know anyone. Eli can't even get Eli to sit in one place for that amount of time that it would take to do that D&D campaign. Not to mention getting Brandon, Cody, and Nick there as well. Again, it's just logistically impossible at this point, man. She said, lose 20 and put it back on. Please help. No. It's going to be May. I don't know. Oh, God damn it. Did that thing where it jumps down again. Don't forget the USS Bellet? I got to look into what that ship is. Let me write it down on my list. Where's my pen? Where the fuck is my pen?
Would you intercept
We
me?
may be shit out of luck.
I'd intercept me.
That outfit was glorious. Thanks for the laugh.
I'm happy, Samantha. You know, honestly, either, and I say this respectfully, either you're a man who's pretending to be someone named Samantha, or you're a woman with very bad taste if you think that that was glorious. Who hurt you? What's his name? I'm gonna go beat his ass. Look, this is the thing, guys. There's 3 things that sell on the internet: sex, controversy, and comedy. The first one, I know what I look like. I'm aware. That's a losing game there. I've chosen to do social media on the hardest difficulty. I know what I look like. Okay. Controversy, unsustainable, but a lot of fun on Twitter. If you guys ever get on there, it's just so much fun to dunk on aggressor nations. Really, really fun. 10 out of 10. I highly encourage. And then number 3, comedy. Yeah, there we go. Comedy. And comedy's great. Meme blank created. Fuck. Thanks, Kitty. Much appreciated. Oh, what is going on with my did my chat freeze? I hate when it does that. There we go. Angry meme review. Oh my god. If I end up in an angry meme review in that outfit, you guys better tag me. I want to see it. I want to see it. Yep, Angry Cop's gonna have a field day for your trouble. Is your hip good enough? Sounded like it popped or something. Plus my wife, you got your wife a Franklin shirt for Christmas. The buff is forever. Thank you so much. Honestly, all you guys who buy the merch and stuff, I'm just glad you really enjoy it. There's some things in the works. We just got our patches. If you guys weren't aware of that, we got patches. These ones, I actually have some. We just got these in. We have, of course, the same shirt that I'm wearing. We have the Thrive Under Chaos. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Why is it not focused? There it goes. Thrive Under Chaos. They're PVC patches. They got Velcro on the back, or hook and loop tape. We have the Buff is Forever. These are actually like really good quality. Again, Velcro on the back. And then, of course, we have Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. There we go. We have all those. So those are all available right now on Bunker Branding. For those of you who didn't know, I know not everyone gets to see all of the stuff that I put in my videos, so I just want to make sure if you're interested, they're there. If not, hey, that's fine. I totally, I appreciate you being here and just watching. My hip did pop. It actually pops a lot lately. My chat just froze. What the shit? I don't know what to do. It is completely froze. Let me try to CC in it. Nope. Let me go to the YouTube, like actual YouTube, because in my OBS it's completely fucking frozen. I'm sorry guys, I can't see what you're saying right now. Live. We are live right now. Okay. It will let me scroll up here. I don't know why it won't let me scroll up like on the actual thing. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, Angry Meme Review. Kind of Consensual is awesome. Love it. How often do you think you'll be uploading an episode? Kind of Consensual, we are trying to get like every other week. My exclusive that I'm doing, originally my goal was one exclusive episode a month. Right now, it's feasible to do two. Maybe more depending on like ideas, time, what my work schedule looks like. So that's what we're looking like. And again, so here's the thing, and also I want you guys to understand this, okay? For anyone who isn't subscribed to Pepperbox, which is totally fine, which right now my video for tomorrow, if you guys haven't seen it yet, my video is going live tomorrow here on YouTube, is live on Pepperbox right now. But here's the thing. I will never release anything on Pepperbox
Would you intercept me?
that is like an inside joke that everyone else doesn't get. I won't do
The maid
that.
outfit is the embodiment of hurry up and wait, destroying a soldier's sanity. HLC's recovery has driven him to madness.
You're not half wrong. I may not have worded that correctly, but what I'm saying is like I will never like make a joke on Pepperbox and then come back over to YouTube and expect everyone to get it. Like to me, like they'll be disconnected storylines, I guess. Does that make sense? So because I don't want people who can't or don't just choose not to, which is entirely your choice. You know, again, it's up to you. But people who can't or just choose not to subscribe to Pepperbox, again, not a problem at all. Not upset about that. Totally your choice. I don't want them to feel left out. But at the same time, I don't want people who decide or choose to subscribe to Pepperbox to feel like they're not getting their money's worth. You know what I'm saying? So I try and give everybody the best of both worlds. Oh, man. With the recovery time for your surgery, have you worked on aircraft models? You should get with Fenris models to help you maybe. So, Blue Jay, I haven't worked on those. Mostly, I've been kind of just playing a lot of video games and spending time with the wife, cooking, eating, just kind of chilling out. Like, you know, every other day, it's just like, all right, I got to put something together for a video. Let's start looking up news articles and see what I can find. And then I start thinking of jokes, and then I record, and then I upload here, and then I edit, and then I make thumbnails, and then I have it go live, and it's busy time. Naval combat in the missile age would be a game for you. All early Cold War missiles. Oh, wait. Is that new one, the naval combat game? Tomcat was the first 4th gen fighter. So when it comes to generation of fighter aircraft, there is no like standard. Like each country has their own standard, which is why it's all over the spectrum, which is why Russia thinks the Su-57 is a 5th gen. But like I genuinely believe if we took the Su-57 and we gave them an F-22, they would probably consider the F-22 6th gen, and we would consider the Su-57 a 4th gen, just based off of capability. Nothing against them. It's subjective. There's no global standard for 4th and 5th gen. So for Tomcat, I would say that makes sense. Take the Loit from loitering. Beloit. Got it. You just joined into some fucking shenanigans, Insane One. We knew you wanted out, we just didn't know. I was out of the closet. Yeah, you know. Hold on, weapons. Hold on. He's like, there is a standard. Hold on. Before you crucify me, weapons, is the standard by country. There is no global standard. The standard is based on country. At least that's what all of my research was able to find, because I remember I got curious one day. Like, I want you guys to know, like, probably 80% of what I know is just because randomly one day I'll be sitting there and I'm like, when did we discover potatoes? And like, I'll go, like, fucking tism takes over and I just go down the rabbit hole learning everything I can about potatoes. That's where I learned most of my shit. No NATO standard. It's no global standard. I don't even think. From what I was able to read, it says there's no like world standard. There is each country has their own standards, the way that they look at it, especially developed nations. Some nations like mimic other countries, like the United Kingdom kind of falls under the US standard. Canada falls under the US standard. Iran falls under the Russia standard. China fucking steals our shit and thinks theirs is as good. I don't really know what China does. I haven't looked into it enough. Hopefully Buff saw that. Please tell us he did.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm going to give HLC so much shit for the next couple fucking months because he decided to wear a goddamn pink maid outfit. You know what? Get your fat ass over there and start cleaning. I go polish my...
Buff, we can't say that here.
Fuck you.
All right, that's as far as we're getting. I'm not entirely wrong. Weapons. So here's the thing, guys. Weapons is a good dude. I love Weapons, but Weapons, and this is not like a knock against you. Weapons knows so much. He's very intelligent, highly intelligent. I would never say he's unintelligent, right? Weapons knows so much that when he starts talking to you about something that he knows, it almost comes across like he's either like berating or like rambling because he's trying to get this fucking elephant of information. And the reason why it doesn't bother me is because it's just like Patriot. So in the Patriot world, the more you know, the harder it is to answer simple questions. And I assume the aviation is a lot the same way, at least from my experience with weapons. So like, I remember there's a CW4, he's a CW5 now, his name is Chief Ritter, big fucking dude, monster of a man, really, really smart guy. And he knows so much. I was in the RT3 lab one day, which stands for Reconfigurable Tabletop Trainer. It's where we do some, off-system training. And I was like, hey, one of my soldiers asked me, they're like, hey, what does SIF stand for? And I was like, I've never asked. What does that stand for? So I walked over and I was like, hey, Chief, what does SIF stand for? And he goes, hold on. And he like disappeared because he forgot it. It's just a perishable piece of knowledge. He came back. He's like, it's selective identification feature, blah, blah, blah. And he just like went down the railroad of like everything that he knew about selective identification feature. And I was like, you could have just said it's SIF, selective identification feature. Could have just skipped everything else. They have CW5s. Yes, they have CW5s. I've met 3 of them in my military career. Chief Archie Jones, Chief Patrick, and Chief Ritter. Yeah. And Archie Jones is like the godfather of air defense. Chief Patrick is a fucking... he's a bad word. I don't like that guy one wee little bit. And Chief Ritter he's really smart, but he also expects people to be intelligent in the way that their rank like correlates to. Like if you're a staff sergeant and you're a tactician, you should know what a staff sergeant tactician should fucking know. And if you don't, he's going to make you feel really stupid. So yeah. You're a big fan of my videos? Thank you so much, Tommy Gaming. I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent. Weapons. I want to see what Weapons said. Yep, he's not wrong. Oh, man. Okay, good. I don't want Weapons to feel like I'm just picking on him. I do like Weapons. He's a good dude. DM me about D&D campaigns that are based on historical battles, projection, cast down onto adjustable flooring. We lose days. Ooh. This is the thing. If I had more time, I've played D&D before, and most of the time I'd make my character like either have sex with everything, or I do some wild off the wall shit and just roll the dice. And I have really good rolls most of the time. Sometimes that 1d20 just ain't my friend. Like I miss like rolls on dumb shit. Like I open the door, fucking critical fail, like get a fucking 1. It's like, you can't open the door. Matter of fact, you break your ankle trying to open the door. Like, how does that fucking happen? But like, I'm like, I run across the room. I do a backflip off of the suitcase. I land on top of him. I do like the Lita spin leg kick thing, and I whip him onto the ground, and then I poop on his chest. And the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Nat 20 every single fucking time. I don't know why. I don't know how it happens. It just does. Oh yeah, you're a rucker. Yeah, of course you see fucking CW5s. That's where the warrant officer like school is. Two years of D&D last week? Holy shit. I'm not familiar with Epic. What is it called? Thanks for introducing you to Sabaton. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Wow, I got way behind. I'm so sorry. Dare you to play Azure Lane on stream and use only Eagle Union ships. I don't even know what is. Should I know what Azure Lane is? My wife said lose 20 pounds and my hip will be fine. Surgery has a way of kind of pushing that to the left. The maid outfit is the embodiment of hurry up. Wait. I did hear that one. Wow, I'm that far behind. You missed my Slavic mini-me rebuttal after telling me I was on my own with the clone. Slavic mini-me? My bad, I missed that, man. Continuity. HLC, thanks for introducing me to Sabaton. I'm glad. I constantly look into Sabaton. Time box, you're streaming. Start a clock, work stop. What? Give the kid a love-hate interest with a Typhoon. I think I brought in the Eurofighter Typhoon, but it was a male. I need to work on female voices. I'm not very good at that. About your hip, you'll hate the temp. The temp swings change in weather. Hip injuries tend to be very sensitive to weather. Oh, I've learned that. Cold weather sucks already. Ruble trading stopped until 2025. Artemis 2 is getting sacked? No shit. Looks like I'll have some more news. Told you Tuesday trading was real. Randy. Would you be up for taking the YouTube counterpoints? Talking to the YouTube counterpoints. He's a former Marine and is a really cool guy. To talk to. Also, A10 is better than the F-22. Okay. See, that's apples and oranges, though. And this, I'm going to piss off weapons. The A10, I might piss off weapons. I feel like this isn't that much of a hot take. The A10, phenomenal aircraft. Every aircraft has its drawbacks. The A10 can turn like a motherfucker. It can take a beating. It's hard to kill. It's designed to be low maneuverable and not quite as fast. Like it's great at what it does. It's phenomenal at what it does. But that F-22, if they got into like a fight, right? If it's within visual range, the A-10 might hold its own because of how hard it can fucking turn. But if it's beyond visual range, that F-22 is going to lock on to that A-10 quick, fast, and in a fucking hurry. And he's going to put a Fox 3 right through him. Will it kill him? Maybe not the first one, but the second one might. So I don't think that's that much of a hot take. I think that's a reasonable, like, dogfight. A10 will probably hold its own just because of how it can turn. And I mean, I'm down with talking to anybody. So here's the thing, guys. The Phoenix. And don't take this the wrong way, right? I am willing to talk with anybody, like schedule permitting, right? Talk with anybody, hang out on anyone's podcast, learn about them, let them learn about me. I love doing it. I love being a part of it. But I want to do it with somebody who is already there's a weird, how do I word this? Okay. If I show up on somebody who is just starting out, has like 50 subscribers, and I go on their podcast, is it going to mean anything for them? Yes, that's absolutely fucking huge for them. Is it going to mean anything for me? No, but I'm not saying that's the point. What's the point is if they haven't already built that by themselves, then I do them a disservice. I show up, they'll get a huge spike in viewership, and then whoever they have after me, it's just gonna tank. They have to build that thing on their own before me showing up is beneficial to them in the right way. Does that make sense? So I don't know who this the counterpoints guy is, but if he has his own like decent, like you're mentioning him, if he has his own decent following, like he's built something on his own, I'm all about it. HLC Joe Rogan podcast, I'd fucking die. I'd love it. I'd love to go on that. First time ever catching a live stream. It's 2 a.m. in Denmark. Just came home from a DJ gig. No shit. Thank you so much for your hard work. By the way, here's the money for a cupcake sprinkle. Thank you so much, man. Potato standard? We're all about the potato standard. Paid off this jerk's mortgage with one stream. You have not, but I appreciate the thought. you guys got to understand the super chats in here. I'm totally appreciative of them. Like, don't get me wrong. It doesn't matter if it's a penny, $100, whatever it is. It does not matter, right? I'm absolutely appreciative of it. That being said, still like a 70-30 split with YouTube. They still take 30% right off the top. So I know you guys do it oftentimes because there's so much chat going on. You're trying to get my attention, and I try and read everything I possibly can. Phoenix is telling weapons to just make PowerPoints. I've seen Chinese welding, and if that's any indication of their manufacturing capability, yeah. There's a guy, he's on TikTok. I can't remember his damn name, but he does like, China fakes everything part whatever. And there's like skyscrapers that like are made of gravel. Like you see some guy like way up on the skyscraper and he's like scraping away the wall and the wall is just crumbling. And I'm like, that's absolutely fucking terrifying. Thanks for bringing back the buff Salter Ego. Enough people asked about it, Blue Jay. I thought it was a good time, so. CW5, go to CW5. You ain't wrong. CW5s, man, they've forgotten more shit than I fucking know. Sad raptor noises. So why you hating, I can't no, that's not my nephew, is it? That's gonna be real awkward if my nephew just saw me in a pink dress. What did you want for Christmas, Spencer, if that is you? I have a cute picture of a raccoon that a friend was just sent when I saw it. The perfect image for Franklin. So I will tell you, I'm working on Franklin himself, like a permanent style of Franklin. There's only 623 of you in here, so it's not going to spread to all 700K. I've ordered plushies. I don't know when they're going to be here. I don't know when they're going to be fucking able to be distributed, but they've been ordered. And I ordered them about a month ago. And I'm waiting on them to fucking show up. Well, I need a proof first. Once I get a proof, then we can go there. We're getting there. Tism-wise, I love how we start that. You start with tism-wise. My tism has been tickled. Conceptually, how would it be to have a truck-mounted SM-6 launcher tied to an Aegis ashore? I bet Poland would have acquired it. I don't think it would be that hard. I really don't. An SM-6 is ultimately it's a Pack 3 on steroids. And Aegis has already proven that it can fire Pack 3s. Rig 360 Pack 3s. So I don't think it would be that hard. You know what I've never looked up? I've looked up Aegis ashore. I've never looked up what kind of missiles they have with them. Like, do they have a VLS stacked out there with it? I've never even thought to look. Like, they probably have that already. I've never even looked. We need HLC in a laser pig rounder table discussion. Best stream ever. I would love to. I've seen a couple laser pigs videos. I've followed him on Twitter. You guys have mentioned him to me and I've seen some of his stuff. I don't think he knows who I am, which is totally okay. It's totally fine. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Like, I follow Justin Nunnally. I think Justin Nunnally's fucking hilarious. He has no idea who the hell I am, and that's okay. That is perfectly fine. Maybe he has seen my stuff and he's like, that's not really my style. And that's cool. I'm totally good with that. Weapons, you don't like him? You don't like, wait, Justin Nunnally or Laser Pig? Ford Drum calling for 60. Is that inches of snow? Whew. Jesus. I love Poland, though. Kelaton. That's why you have so many consonants next to each other there. Rucker Gordon, Intel, making the D&D maps. Rucker is... I've never been there. I hear it's a wild place. Mrs. Linecross to do the female. I would love for Mrs. Linecross to do the female characters. This is for making this old guy laugh, sometimes to the point of soiling my undies. It's weird. And I talked about it. So the podcast is live right now on Pepperbox, and it'll be live, I think on YouTube tomorrow, ? It was the last unsub I did. So last time I went down to unsub, I did 2, one with Chris and then one on my own. And both of them, it was just an amazing time. And I talked about it with Brandon. I don't know if it was in the podcast or was after the podcast, but we talked about sometimes like you put together a video and you're like, man, I hit those jokes. I fucking nailed them. Like everything is good. This thing, it flowed the way I wanted it to. The transitions are good. Like it's just beautiful. Like you look at this video and you're like, this is a masterpiece. This is going to crush. And it flops. Like it just does shit. And then you just slap together a video making dick and fart jokes, and it's just like kaboom! It's the best thing you've ever made. And you're like, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. So look, man, if I ever figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do, I will absolutely let you know. Yeah, so you may look over there and you may notice that only one of those dogs has a bed. It's because the other bed that was over there, Knox, the big white dog, he pooped in it. And and Fritz peed in it. It is protocol 4 time. It is protocol 4. I gotta try and get you a big enough chunk. Mrs. Line Crosser, if you're still watching, I need dog treats. They're running low, very low, like crumbs. Come on up, up. Speak. All right. Yep. He jumped back down, so he gets it. Can I have your thoughts on Deep Rock Galactic? I played it a couple times. It was fun. Just not my cup of tea. Lately, guys, it's weird. I've been getting into like menial games. Like I played some Star Citizen, and I just like shipping and scrapping. Like that's what I've always enjoyed. But I played Satisfactory lately, and then I played Planet Crafter and Eating Crafter, and I have an Enshrouded server that I host. Well, one of my friend hosts, and really, really good. I love Enshrouded. Memes I send you in DMs are based on Azure Lane. Those ones. Thank you, Lance Corporal Anime Guy. In a pink dress, what the hell did I join? Why are you hating? You joined the right thing. Sad rat. You have lost the Discord channel. Can you get the link? Yes, one of my mods will get you the link. Well, actually, Wolfram got it to you right after that. Does any other military have an A10 equivalent? Yes-ish. They don't have anything built around a gun. Like the GAU 8 is, I mean, it really is. It's a model of it, or a marvel of engineering. Like the gun was built and they built the plane around it, which is not the first time America's done that. They built the Phoenix missile and then they built the Tomcat to like, you're going to carry this thing. The closest I would think of, and of course, if Weapons is in here, he's going to let me know if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. I would say it's is it a MiG or a Sioux? Hang on. Yeah, it's a Sioux. So the Su-25 Frogfoot. It is their version of the A10. Now, it doesn't have the big main gun, but it does have a lot of smaller munitions. And it does have, it's pretty robust and hard to kill. Like so everyone talks about the titanium tub that the A10 has, like the cockpit, like the titanium tub that the pilot sits in. The Frogfoot has, I don't know, fucking something similar. Yeah, there you go. Baby boy, Su-25 Frogfoot. Yep, Weapons. Yeah, all right, cool. We're on the same page. I was on the same page as Weapons for once. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. I don't know if China has anything like that. I don't. Franklin's making maid HLC patches already. Fuck. Someone's gonna send that to like Clint over at Bunker Branding and be like, this is the person you support. He's like, I fucking guess so. Like that's all he's gonna say. Love your content, dude. Thank you so much, Just Another Brick. I appreciate you being here, man. Alcoholism is on the left, depression is on the right. Be careful you don't trip and fall into any feelings. You know what, guys? Look, I might as well just be like the greatest aircraft person talker ever, because Weapons agrees with me. He also said that I'm really smart, I know missiles, and I have a huge personality. All right. Okay. Well, okay. I'm getting too comfortable with you fucking people. Artemis 2 is getting sacked in Starship. IFT7 possibly test launch before Feb. Which one is Artemis 2? I gotta fucking look into that. Artemis 2 is that the big... Hold on. It's important. Okay, that's the manned mission to the moon, I think. My time is valuable, so ante up or frack off. No, of course not. I honestly, the advertising revenue on my videos that you guys watch do better for me than these streams, and I just do this to come in here and talk to you guys. If there was no donations and I was just shooting shit with y'all, that'd be fine. I don't care. I'm okay with that. How soon until paint trip mounted on a Toyota? How soon can you make a Toyota be able to handle 3,000 pounds? There's all the plushy stuff. Chocolate harem being canon is amazing. Hey, Ping, how you doing? You really want the chocolate harem? I gotta learn more about the chocolate harem. That's on me. I haven't been around. I like it, you know what? This is the thing, guys. My Discord is kind of like an orphanage. I'm like, yeah, join the Discord. We'll do stuff. And you guys like get in there and you create your own cliques and I like never show up. I'm like a bad dad who went to go get cigarettes and just never came home. I know my place in this world. I'm sorry. I just read the poor Rain. Knox, move over. No, Knox, if it fits, it sits. The fat boy will go in there. What if Franklin was secretly Zach Hazard? I don't know if I know. Who's Zach Hazard? I'm going to have to learn who that is. I don't know who that is, SPH. Oh, God. Laserpig has some fun merch. You want a Grandpa Buff plushie? Well, we'll see. We'll see how the Franklin one does, and then we'll go from there. We're getting there. Weapons, just old. He was there when Philip Sheridan in the Shenandoah Valley in 1864. Weapons is old as shit. Everyone be sure to join the chaos. We get a good meme of the maid dress, then we make it a patch. Oh, you guys are all going to make your own patches? I'm an American married to a Chinese woman. We live in both countries. It is difficult. I can assure you that those construction sites are, oh my God, run, don't look at me, run faster. Is it really? Is like China really faking all that shit? Mrs. Linecrosser is awesome. She is. Did she say something? How soon? Oh, until Patriot be mounted on a Toyota. So one Patriot Interceptor weighs about 3,000 pounds inside the canister. And each launcher carries 4 or 16. 16 pack 3s, 4 pack 2s, or 12 pack 3 MSEs. I don't know. The kid losing his Intercept virginity is equivalent to someone losing theirs to a blow up doll. What have I created? I feel so bad that I've created this out of all of you. Oh man, David Maynard, thank you so much for being here. Protocol 4. I did. They got Protocol 4. Watch A10 video by Laser. I need to. Tism alert when your thoughts on a Sky Saber. I'm better with images than I am with names. Oh, that Sky Saber. Wait, it's part of the, yeah, okay. So, I don't know enough about it. If that's the one that I'm thinking of, that I did the US versus UK, I don't even know if it can shoot. Like, I think a couple of the Brits in the comment section were telling me it could shoot, and it's their solution to a mid-range. My problem is I was looking at the system and what it's made up of, and the main array is very small. Now, while I understand technology has advanced, it hasn't advanced that fucking much. So okay, think about radars like a car engine. Okay, engines are simple. If you've ever worked on a car engine, more flow, more go. Now, I'm sure there's some car guys that be like, well, that's not necessarily. Look, if you get more spark, fuel, and air into a motor, it's going to go faster. That's just the way it is. Okay, radars, they're in the same category where you got to have more power going in and you have to have power going out. Now, that power can only go out through like radar elements, and those radar elements can only handle so much voltage. Now, the Patriot radar has, I can never remember this number. It's like 5,008 elements on the main array. They're like this long. They all plug in one at a time. They suck to replace. Well, one or two, they're not hard to replace. Like the whole array, fuck that. So what I've seen with that system is there's not a very big array. So that leads me to believe that it's not as high fidelity as I would get from other ground-based sensors. Does that make sense? Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate you being here. I try and answer everyone's questions. Oh gosh. There I posted the smoke pit. The reason, so for those of you who are in my headphones shut down. So for those of you who are not in the military, the smoke pit is a very important place. People in the United States Army, I don't know about the Navy or the Air Force, even if they don't smoke, they will go to the smoke pit because they get breaks at the smoke pit and you catch all of the shenanigans, the drama, the tomfoolery, debauchery, whatever synonym you want to use at the smoke pit. The smoke pit is an incredibly important place in every branch of the, well, at least in the Army. Okay, I can't speak for every branch, but it is an incredibly important place. So that's why the main chat in my Discord is called the smoke pit, because that's where it all happens. That's where it all goes down, boy. Just realized it was Friday. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good, Zach Brown. How about yourself? New RCN River class destroyers have the same radar as Aegis Ashore, the Spy 7, smaller array though. I was reading, I remember when I heard about the Spy 1, obviously they all had the Spy 1, and then the Spy 6, and then I heard about the Spy 7. So when I was looking into it, I was like, okay, what's the difference? And it looks like, from what I see, is it's a singular large array, which is what some of the newer radars are going to. They don't have individual elements. They have one big like panel, and you can replace it just like ka-chunk and it's in. The Spy 7 is going with that. Now, there is some discrepancies about power and capability there. Hold on.
Fafo shirt is great. Sadly, almost nobody here gets it.
It's all right. You know, that shirt didn't do very well, but I'm glad like people enjoyed it because I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool design. I paid for that design. I worked my ass off to get that design done. Richard, shout out to Richard. He's the one who made that for me. I paid him for his time, obviously. But yeah, he did a really good job. So I know the Royal Canadians do have Aegis. I was like, ain't no one got Aegis but us, and I was surprised. The French have Aegis, the Japanese self-defense or National Defense Force has Aegis, Canadians have Aegis, and the UK has Aegis. I think that's it. But yeah, we're having a bighorn sheep introduced in the mountain range here in the middle of El Paso. No shit. In the Oregons, or what do you call them? Well, the Oregon Mountains are up near Las Cruces, so I just consider everything in that line the Oregons. Like a comedian, you just need to work on your timing. Honestly, that's the truth. Thank you so much, Paradox. I do need to work on my timing. My timing's not great. Live mainly, not good. What are those mystery drones buzzing our bases, not getting blown out of the sky? Perfect opportunity to test our anti-drone prototypes. That's great. Actually, that's so. What the military's run into right now, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you, we were kind of caught by surprise with commercial off-the-shelf drones. There was people raising the red flag for years about the threats of drones, and the brass didn't fucking listen. Because during that time, the Taliban weren't using drones. ISIS wasn't using drones. So it wasn't even like, it's not a threat. It's not a tactical thing. I don't need to worry about it because I have this threat that I need to work on. So when we started dealing with them in large numbers, we were completely caught with our pants down. Now we have the systems, but we don't have the trained operators to operate those said systems. Like right now we have, they have two, at least that I know of, two counter UAS schools, which is unmanned aerial surveillance or unmanned aerial system. There's so many acronyms for UAV. It's fucking nuts. I know of 4 of them. UAS, RPA, UAV. Oh, there's one more. It's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to think about it. But anyways, goddamn. But yeah, our school here at Fort Sill is packed. Every single class is packed. And right now, the people who get front loaded are special operations because they're out there and they need to be able to operate those counter drone systems. You worked on UAV intercept back in 1990, 91? Seriously? I would very much like to hear more about that. And I'm not being a smartass. Like, I would like to know what some of those preliminary systems. Did you guys get pushback? Did you get the kibosh? Did they fucking tell you weren't important? I don't know. Mirandy's like, I got so cold, I'm in bed under covers. Chocolate harem. All right. The GAU 8, statistically, its worst weapon. Ooh. I mean, yeah. You're not... I mean, everything else inside of the system, inside of like an A10, is more accurate and lethal than the GAU 8. Okay, I wouldn't say accurate. I don't know if I can say that in full confidence. But it definitely does the trick very gooder. But, I mean, it's a big-ass gun. I love it. Have I tried the game Factorio? I've not tried Factorio. I've got Satisfactory right now. They just recently released a massive update, multiple planets for you to build. I think you might like it. I know Factorio is similar to like Satisfactory, so maybe when I get there, I'm okay. I don't mind doing it. Filter canned water through a Brita, then drink. What? What is happening, Dr. Paradox? I'm so lost. Thought about the truck-mounted SM-6 as France has the SAM PT, which is VLS-based missile. Just slapped on a truck, yep. Also got any funny stories from 19 Kilo days? Let me see. You know, LaRue's watching. LaRue, he's probably here and he's watching. So I'm going to tell you guys the story about when I got choked out in the driver's seat of a tank. Now, here's something you need to know about me, is I never know when to stop talking shit. This is the thing. You could be beating my ass and I will never stop talking shit. It's just, that's just not like win, lose, or draw. I'm still going to make you feel stupid. Like that's just the way that I work. Okay. So it was 2009. I was in the driver's seat of my tank. Now, for those of you who don't know, even when an Abrams tank is in neutral, if you accidentally bump the T-handles, it'll move a little bit. That's called a neutral steer. So we park our tanks literally like an inch from each other on each side. Like it's super tight because you don't have to get off the sides, you just get on top. So you can be able to walk across the top of the tanks all the way down. And so LaRue, good friend of mine, Jack LaRue, he's out of the military now. We went to Afghanistan together. LaRue, he had a real sore throat that day, was talking like this, right? So he had a real sore throat. And I started fucking with him. And LaRue did not like young Private Long. And LaRue was an E4. And Private Long was obviously like an E1 or E2 at this time. And I, again, don't know how to stop talking shit. And he's like, you say one more thing, I'm going to choke the fucking shit out of you. Said it just like that. And I was like what? And he lost his fucking mind. And he like, so in the Abrams, if the turret is backwards, you can get into the driver's hold from behind the driver through the turret. So he went to climb up the front slope. I'm in the driver's hold. I close the hatch and I'm closing it, and he hops up on top because he's going to come in behind me and choke the shit out of me. So I open the hatch, and then he jumps back down. So we're playing this cat and mouse for a while. And then he finally gets a hold of me, and LaRue is choking me. And LaRue is choking the fuck out of me. And my team leader, Sergeant Flores at the time, was like, all right, let him go. That's enough. He's done. He's fine. And LaRue like lets me go. And I was like, You choke like a bitch. And he went right back to choking me. And until I legit lost consciousness. He says he hit me. I don't remember it. I was completely out. Lights were completely out. Yeah. So that was one of my times from being a tanker. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, that was one of the funny things from when I was a tanker. I never know when to stop talking shit. Oh, there's LaRue. Jacques LaRue. That's him, guys. Your face was blue then. Here's the thing. I never got an ass whooping that I didn't deserve. I absolutely fucking deserved it. LaRue is in chat. We're going to give him some horns. Oh, man. Dear HLC, what do some folks think believe about veterans that are wrong? Ooh, I love this. This is a great question. People think veterans are on some moral high ground over everybody else. We're not. And there's going to be a lot of vets that don't like to hear that. Like, yeah, cool. You know, we volunteered. We did something that a lot of other people won't or can't do. And I totally understand there's honorability in that. But ultimately, every veteran in the United States is just a snapshot of where they are from and how they've been raised. But I will say the military is very, very good with breaking people out of certain prejudices. Not all of them. But like when I was in basic training, there was a dude from like the deep fucking South. And he was not that big a fan of, people of color, was not that big a fan. And, drill sergeants made his battle buddy a black dude. And by the end of basic training, those dudes relied on each other and they were fucking tight. So the military is very good about that. But yeah, we're not on any moral high ground. We're not better than anybody else. That is one of the biggest fucking pieces of shit. Like that whole, you can't talk to me. Look, you have freedom of speech. I have freedom of speech. If anyone out there starts a statement with, you can't say that to me, because they're full of themselves. They have a false sense of how fucking important they are. It doesn't matter if you're the president of the United States. I should be able to, as an American, walk up to the president and be like, I disagree with your fucking policies. I think you're absolutely fucking stupid. And he can't do shit because I have freedom of speech. Now, I can't threaten those individuals, but anyone who thinks that you can't say something to them because of whatever status they've achieved, they're full of shit. But yeah, from the deep South. You wrote a white paper while working with Counter UAS? No shit. I've never written a white paper. I've collabed on a couple, but I've never written one. Forgets the Hilux existed and had ridiculous. That's fair. The Hilux will do it. Dude, Blue Jay, I'm familiar with the shit people put on a Hilux. Look, this is the thing. President Trump, if you want everyone in America's vote, bring the Hilux to the United States. That's all you got to do. If you want Americans in droves to be on your team, let the Hilux be imported. That's it. That's all you got to do. If you're running for office in 2028, all you have to do is say, I'm bringing the Hilux to America. You'll win by a landslide. I'm telling you. China is faking it. They're just building things no one live in. The inverse of our current situation here. They build all the homes. We have all the boys who don't own hammers. That's fair. That's we got our own problems. That's fair. I totally agree with that. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you, brother. Thank you, Anthony Austin. Love you too, man. You take care of yourself. You be awesome. So I'm just scrolling through, catching some stuff. Morning from Australia. That was a while ago I saw that. Hilux, Helix, whatever you want to call it. I want one. Look, I don't think it is too much to ask that I want a diesel 4Runner or Helix Surf, whatever you guys want to call it. I want one. I also want bongo trucks imported into the United States. I personally am going to buy one. When I'm out of the military and I'm back home, I'm going to buy a bongo truck. I'm going to build a bongo truck. I'm going to give it an all-wheel drive, like drivetrain, quarter-ton axles, like lift it. I'm going to put probably a bigger motor in it. I'm going to build a fucking bongo truck. I want a badass bongo truck. Stop giving away Buff's plan. Wife wants me to roll you for a few weeks to lose 20 pounds, so let's grapple. Sorry in advance, but she really thinks you're hot, but 20 pounds less. Well, Dr. Paradox, I can't roll anything right now. Hip is still working on that. And, Mrs. Linecrosser might have something to say about your Mrs. liking me. But, I appreciate it. Is your wife, is she okay? Is she blind? If she is, it's okay. I totally understand. Like, I'm not judging, but I know what I look like. There's no illusions here. I'm not like, what is that? What is that chick fucking Gorlock the Destroyer? She's like, I could steal anyone's man. No. Sure as fuck couldn't. I know there's like 50% out there. You probably, at least, even heavily intoxicated. No. Bongo truck equals Unimog. Is that what they're called? You guys don't know what a bongo truck is? Take it easy, ego nowhere. Navy smoke pit is like that. Also indicate when opening up by lighting the smoking lamp. The word is passed over 1MC. The smoking lamp is lit. Telling everyone has their trends. Everyone has their traditions. The smoke pit is lore. Had to look up what it was. I'm telling you, them bongo trucks. Yo, I was looking online. If you guys go on the US in the US and you go online and you look up like bongo truck US. That's all I googled was bongo truck US. They make a camper one. I ain't gonna lie, I was about to be in 40 grand of debt. They want 42, 45 grand for it, but it's like brand new and it's a camper and it's 4x4. Like it's just beautiful. Chinese construction is called tofu construction. What the fuck? You should import a 90s Land Rover, put a snorkel on and go wherever you want. Oh, that's the thing. So, I've never been a Land Rover fan. Not a fan of the design, not a fan of the style. They've always been just kind of like Euro trucks to me. But there's a dude on Instagram who has a Discovery. That's a Land Rover, right? Not Land Cruiser? Whatever. That thing. And it's a diesel. And it just rolls black coal, and he's got it like lifted with fucking aftermarket axles and big ass tires, and he's like somewhere in the UK. And by the way, I didn't even know British people went off-roading. I had no fucking clue they went off-roading. I thought that was just a strictly American thing. Like, you see that, man? I bet I can get through there. Like, I thought that was just an us thing. I didn't know it was, Thomas, do you see that large amount of wet dirt over there? I believe that I can take my diesel Discovery further through it than you can. I challenge you. I don't know if that's bad. That's how British people talk. I'm just taking a shot in the dark here. I don't know. They're called Tofu Drag. I don't know why I'm yelling. Good night, HLC. And Juror first played D&D with weapons using cave paintings. Remember to feed your ceiling birds when they start chirping. Oh, man. Oh, I don't feel good about laughing at that, but weapons is old as shit. Am I brave enough to have a pet tarantula? Fuck no. I don't do spiders. This is the thing. I will deal with snakes. Snakes do not bother me at all. Like one wee little bit. Like I was scrolling through Instagram last night, Instagram Reels. Me and my wife, when we lay in bed together, we scroll through Instagram Reels. And it's specifically Instagram Reels because she fucks up my algorithm. Right, everywhere else I see like cars or fucking big booty bitches or like funny shit or military stories or news. Like that's what I get everywhere else. But like Instagram, it's nothing but food and puppies. That's all that I have there. Okay. But we're scrolling through and it was an emerald pit viper and it was fucking
Would you intercept me?
Gorgeous.
I'd intercept me.
No, she is Chinese. She sees your potential and is embarrassed. Because I am ripped and fixed choppers and am 2021, leaving it at that. She sees American men and sees great potential. That is where this comes from. Workout woman.
What? I don't know how to feel about this. Thank you. I don't know what to do. Just let the CWIS turrets deal with the drones. Yeah, there's a problem though. Those turrets, after a certain amount of time, they really need to cool off. Not so much reload, they just really need to cool off. Find a company that imports JDM vehicles. It may not be a 4Runner, but they do have crew cab diesel Toyota trucks. So, I have a brother that lives in Japan, and his brother-in-law, his wife's brother. He, like, his job is importing or exporting exotic Japanese vehicles. Like, he buys an exotic Japanese vehicle, finds a buyer in fucking Spain, and he loads it up, does all the paperwork, and ships it. So I have a connection that, like, cool. I for a reasonable price, I can get a Japanese vehicle and just have it shipped to the United States. So it's on my list. No, she's Chinese. She sees your potential and is embarrassed because I'm ripped in fixed choppers and am 2021. Oh, you're 21 years old. I'm so confused, Dr. Paradox. Look, I'll tell you, I used to do a lot of that. So it may not look like it. I actually have pictures on my old Facebook. I used to be fucking jacked. Just got old, man. Just got old. I'm 34. Right now, I'm also recovering from hip surgery. So once I'm back on my feet there, I will be going back to the gym. Be happy about that. But right now, I just can't. Should look at the Subaru Sambar Japanese K-Truck. HLC has main... Do I have main character syndrome? What is that? What is main character syndrome? I'm looking up main character syndrome. I believe I'm the main character in my own life? Doesn't everybody? I'm so lost. You're 34, want to trade Pokemon cards? Bro, I wish I had my old deck of Pokemon cards. Subaru Sambar. So... yeah, that's pretty much a bongo truck. I just want a 4x4 version of it. Like, that's all I want. I would, like, ideal right-hand drive, 4x4, and standard. Like, that would be ideal. So when I say bongo truck, that's what I think of, is something like that. Buffs the actual main character. Would I put a Stinger DMS on that Hilux? I don't know what that means. I am so confused. I am so confusion. He doesn't have main character syndrome. He is the main character. Bro, I'm so far from the main character. Imagine being daft enough to tell someone they're the main character syndrome on their show. Oh, Weapons is just giving me a hard time. Every car in the original deck for Pokemon, I was dumb again. Bro, I used to have a Japanese holofoil Gyarados when they were hot. I used to have...
me? I'd intercept me.
Brother, your health is all you have. That is all we are trying to say. We are both in our 40s too. Don't self-defeat. Sorry to be such a dick, but, well, we're dicks.
No. So, Dr. Paradox, I don't disagree with you. So, on top of the hip surgery, I need another hip surgery and both knee surgeries. In between all that, I am on a very strict diet most of the time. Right now, I have straight up thrown that shit to the wind while I have been healing. And honestly, I feel like shit because of it. Number two, I have a pretty solid workout regimen, 5 days a week. Not bad. On top of the Army PT. And then right now, guys, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I fell off the wagon. I was vaping again. So right now I'm 2 weeks vape and smoke free. Cause I was like, when I get this surgery, that's going to be a perfect time for me to just cut it and be done. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to make the good, healthy choices because the way that I see it, the way that I see it is if I'm here for longer, number one, I can make you all laugh longer. Well, actually, that's number one because I don't want to prioritize that over something else. Something else is more important to me. Number one, I will be here longer for my missus. And that's a very big priority for me. Number two, I will be here longer to make you guys laugh. So that's a big, big win for me. God damn it, Scoob. Scoob's like I'm kicking off a mod roast. Oh my God. Thanks, Foxy. I just opened up Smoke Pit and saw that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, God, the smoke pit. Oh, the smoke pit never fucking changes. Hey, on the plus side, I got to see my back and my butt wasn't showing. What about the dogs? The dogs are fine. That's the thing. That's a big thing for me as well, is I never want to not come home and my dog wonder why I never came home. Like, that fucking terrifies the shit out of me. Although I did hear something. Never mind. I'm not going to make you guys sad right now because that shit has been fucking with my brain for the last couple days and I'm going to leave it alone. E7s are doing PT these days? Yeah. But luckily for me, in the position that I'm at, I get to do it on my own because I'm an instructor, except for when I have students. When I have students, I do PT with them every morning. But when I'm on my own, I text and say, hey, I'm up, and I go to the gym, which is great because the one thing I hate about Army PT is being out there in a field dressed as everybody else and having to do the same dumb shit as them. Let me go fucking work out. Let me go just get my swole on, put in some headphones, enjoy myself. HLC, is it possible to do military's muscle car like a Dodge Challenger or something? What? I don't know what you're asking. Are you saying like the military as muscle cars? I'd be happy flying you over to Singapore for hip surgery for $35. No, thank you. I appreciate that, Dr. Paradox. I'm gonna skip out on the $35 surgery. I got TRICARE. I'm still in the Army, so we're covered. I read the Brits don't have any army capable of defending themselves due to low recruitment. Have I heard anything about that? I know that the UK has been in a position to pretty much only focus on their special operations because the US has kind of carried the torch for everybody else. Nothing against them. It's just, Canada is able to focus more on their special operations and special programs. The UK, the same thing. They're able to focus on their special operations and special programs because the US has carried the torch. We've been protecting everybody. Thank fucking God the Polish have showed up. Honestly, I was really worried about all of fucking NATO, but the Polish are just like, yes, I will. Oh, sorry, that was almost Russian. I will take this and I will take this. And you want some fucking Article 5 Russia? No, you keep your fucking mouth shut. I will take some of this. And you sell me the 22 yet? No, okay, I will take something else then. Like, they are just all about it. We need a US versus its own citizens video. That is on the list. It is on the list. HLC, look at the Slinger anti-drone system that Australia made. I don't know if I've seen that one. I'm pretty familiar with a lot of anti-drone systems. Let me see the Slinger. I like it. I do love a good lead slinger, honestly. And this thing is how many millimeters? 30 mic, 7.62. So the slinger is the actual complex you attach to it, and it can orient it and lead the targets and do everything else it needs to do. That's fucking gangster, actually. I like that a lot. Okay, yeah, I like it. I'm here for it. The Poles prove they are now the new big boys on the block. Let them have it. Let them fucking rock it. I do love the Polish. And this is the thing. I don't know very many Polish people. I do have back there on my shelf, I have a Polish flag I got from a Polish soldier who was coming through our course. He was coming through 13 Mike School, which is our HIMARS guys. And we were just shooting the shit outside, and I told him, I was like, I really do like the Polish, and I told him about all the programs and the stuff. Like, I knew about his country, which is something that I guess not a lot of Americans do. Like, if I'm going to visit somewhere, I'm going to research it. That's just the way that I work. So if I'm going to the UK, I'm going to research some of the history, maybe some of the news, what's going on, just so I have a roundabout understanding. And I don't plan on going to Poland, but I want to stay up to date on the news. So anyways, I knew a decent amount about Poland, and they were so moved by it, they actually gave me one of their Polish flags off of their uniform. So I thought that was really cool. It's back on my shelf. A biff chit? What is a biff chit? I know in the Navy they're called chits. They're not called like we call a profile. You guys call it a profile chit, and we call it leave, and you call it like a 72-hour chit. I don't know. What's up with the new Rusky Supersonic in Ukraine? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. You're talking about the IRBM? Sorry, I have to think of the acronym because they just made it up. It's an MRBM. Autumn sale on now on Steam. So IRBM isn't really a thing. Intermediate range ballistic missile. It's a medium range ballistic missile. Like in my world, there is short range, medium range, long range. That's it. There's no ICBM. There's no IRBM. Like there's no, I mean, yeah, you might make a caveat for like a sub-launched, but that's about it. Like not in my world. Teresa Kelly, thank you so much for telling them. Most Americans think Canadians live in igloos. Everyone be sure to join the chaos on the fob. So I don't know. The main thing I think it was just a show of force. But it's still illogical to me. Like it's a scare tactic. I know for a fact Russia really needs Kursk back. They need it because it's a bargaining chip for Ukraine. That's really all it is. The only reason Ukraine needs to keep Kursk is it's a bargaining chip. Because when they come and they have two choices. When they come to like peace negotiations, when President Trump says he's going to negotiate all that stuff, right? They have two choices. Either A, everyone gives back the land they've taken. That means Russia secedes all of its territory in Ukraine, and Ukraine gives back Kursk, and we draw the lines where they're at, and everyone fucking stays there. And then, of course, they're going to have like 70 other things. Or option B, everyone keeps what they've taken, which means Russia loses Kursk, but Ukraine loses, 15% of their border and Crimea. So, and Russia's not going to give up Kursk. So like they need to hold that for when President Trump brings them all to the bargaining table. Like it's important. So I understand why it's strategically important for Ukraine. What I don't understand is aside from the meat wall tactics, what Russia's really doing about it. Like it's strange.
Would you intercept me?
Oh my gosh. Dr. Paradox.
I admire you and appreciate you. If and when I can help, reach out. Thailand, Korea, China, dude, work the system, because American healthcare is just one of them. Just
True.
Trying to look out for you and your wife's fulfillment and happiness.
I totally understand. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And when we are done in the military, my wife loves Asian culture. Now me, I'm a simple creature. I like Asian street food. Like I'm a simple dude. Although I did at one point in time get heavily intoxicated and stumble through the pink light district in Korea. Bunch of my friends had to pull me away from a window. There was one that looked like Sailor Moon. I almost risked it all, folks. Anyways, vaguely remember that. And, but anyways, yeah, that was long before I met my wife. And, but we do want to go travel the Far East a whole bunch, man. So I really appreciate it. By the way, thanks for introducing me to Ariel Resupply Coffee. My cardiologist hates you because I'm supposed to reduce my caffeine intake, but I love it. Hey man, I love Mike. If you guys are unfamiliar with what he's talking about with Ariel Resupply, I haven't done an advertisement for them in a while, and I feel really bad. I actually just talked to Mike. His coffee distribution it's exploded. People love the coffee because he has a good, solid product. And unlike I'm not going to talk shit about them, other veteran-owned coffee companies, he will never, and this is from his mouth to my ears, will never go public. So it will continue to be a veteran-owned coffee company forever. And the coffee is really good. I will tell you, like I've tried most of their flavors. I like 1540, really good. I like, what's that one? Firewatch. Or Firewatch is my personal favorite. 1540 is not bad. Spectre is okay. I'm not a dark roast guy. Moab is dangerous. It's absolutely dangerous. It is very, very fucking dangerous. That stuff will give you, in fact, a heart attack. Can have New York and most of New England. All right, I got to go back. The Polish army is actually pretty freaking impressive for size. Spent some time over there years ago before I got out. These guys give off SF vibes. Dude, I fuck with the Polish. I like the Polish. Okay, so I have met a lot of different militaries, and I don't want to talk shit about the militaries that don't act this way, but I do want to talk about the militaries that do act this way. And I will tell you, out of all the ones that I've met, the Polish and no, hold on, I've almost fucked up his country. The Swedish. Now, I only met one Swedish soldier, but this Swedish soldier knew more about air defense systems than I do. And like all of them. He wasn't just like an expert on Patriot. He was like Patriot, NASAMS, S-300, fucking Iron Dome. Like he knew everything. Crazy fucking smart dude, man. Really liked working with that guy. I've met a lot of countries that they don't take it seriously. They don't want to expand their knowledge. They don't give a shit. To them, it is just point and click and shoot. They don't care. Most of them are in the Middle East, but they just don't care. So I've met some really good operators and some really bad operators. So is Moab Cuban Coffee. Moab is their double espresso blend. Wow. Double espresso blend. And it's potent. Like, here's the thing. I've had, what is it called? Death Wish before. The Death Wish, everyone's like, oh, Death Wish is so, dangerous and shit. Sorry, I was reading about the Hater Patrol. I need to do another Hater Patrol. Sorry about that. Death Wish is so potent and powerful. Death Wish just gave me a stomach ache. Moab, I was jazzed like all day long. I was like, the jazzed is the best word I can choose for explaining that. Patriot is a acronym. It wasn't supposed to be an acronym when it was adopted, but somehow made an acronym out of it anyways. Yes. Oh, I'm aware, Robin St. Pierre. I'm fully aware. See, because Raytheon to this day will tell you Mrs. Linecrosser is texting the shit out of you right now. Sorry. So if you ask Raytheon, it's still not an acronym. But if you ask the Army, it is an acronym. So that's why, like, when people capitalize it, like, they're not necessarily wrong for it. But I tend to believe the people who created the system probably know what the hell they're talking about. IRBM predates your current vernacular by 30 years. That's fair, Rich. Again, so this is the thing. We have our own terms for a lot of different things. And a lot of our terms are derived from Air Force brevity because we work directly with the Air Force. Like, I don't know how much experience, and if he's still in here, Weapons has with tactics. But if I told him, Track 29 Bogey Spade Declare, he'd probably know what I was talking about. Maybe. I don't know how much experience he has in tactics, but if I say Tesla Suite Track 5-1, I mean, he might know. So we have our own terms. So when we're teaching training, we break them down, like our TBMs break into Alpha through Echo, but the Echoes are still only mid-range ballistic missiles, which is because Patriot messes with short range and mid-range, but we don't mess with long range. So it's kind of just difference in language. Appreciate you being you're why I'm clean now. Hey, your mom, thank you. I'm dead serious. Like, here's what I want you to understand, man. I shouldn't have said thank you. You are the reason you're clean. Okay? Make no mistake about that. When you look in the mirror, no one can do that job for you. And I say this because I have family members and friends who have lost that battle, okay, with addiction. And as much as I want them to be clean, as much as I want them to get better, as much as I want them to do, I'm sorry, Mrs. Linecross to text me. As much as I want them to do better with their lives, I know nothing I do will ever change that until they make that decision for themselves. So I appreciate you, your mom. I really do. I really appreciate you telling me that. But at the same time, give yourself credit. Look in the mirror. You are the one who made that decision. Okay. Wolfram swordtism? Wolfram has swordtism? We got about 3 minutes left, folks. I like jazz. I'm not a huge jazz fan. I will say as a drummer, the two most difficult types of music for me to play were metal and jazz. Jazz is just, it's all played on the offbeats. It's all of it. Played on the offbeats. Very strange. I heard about your Natalia Harbrook, a former kindergarten teacher. I have not heard about her. That's fucking gangster. An igloo launcher. I mean, it's not unheard of. And like, this is the thing. There are a lot of things that come out of Ukraine. It's like, that's not really. But a cruise missile moves slow enough. You can, like, when there was a video came out, like right at the beginning of the war, a guy like stepped out with a Stinger and shot a Caliber cruise missile. It overflew him and he shot it in the back. And the Russian bots. It's not that fast. That's not how it works. You can't lock onto a cruise missile, blah, 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 blah. Yes, that video is 100% fact. Fact, Caliber cruise missile, average speed during mid-flight, mid-course, is about 500 miles an hour. A Stinger, unclassified, is Mach 2.2. Okay? 500 miles an hour, which is less than Mach 1, versus Mach 2.2, which means that Mach 2.2 is going to catch up to it. Now, what does it lock onto? Heat. Okay, well, if you're shooting at the back of a missile, and a cruise missile, by definition, has lateral surfaces which produce lift, and it produces its own thrust because of the complements of its flight path. It has to fly low and maneuver, right? Cruise missile, stay with me here. Therefore, it has either a rocket motor, which produces heat, or it has an air-breathing jet motor, which produces heat. There we go, okay. So those two things are both capable of being locked on by a Stinger weapon system. This has been your TED Talk. But yeah, no, that's fucking gangster. I love it. I love every part of it. Hey, Line Crosser, is it possible to bring back the World War II fighter planes? I want to do eventually, when I have more time, like a spin-off series of just like World War II things that have happened, like while they're happening, like big events, like Midway maybe, the Ardennes, what is it? What is the name of that battle? There we go. The battle at the Ludendorff, or the Battle of Remagen at the Ludendorff Bridge. Fuck. A biff chit is a UK military term for a medical note that excuses someone from military work or exercise or a malinger. Oh, okay. So we call them profile. That's what I have right now is literally a profile. We call it a dead man's profile when you're on recovery because the only thing you can do physically is what the physical therapist tells you can do. AOC says she's running for president in 28. Okay, hold on. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. While I don't agree with AOC on a lot of her policies, she did say that it should be illegal for politicians to buy and sell stocks. I don't necessarily disagree with her there. It should be completely illegal, me personally, but I call it a pack recoils rifle. We would love it, and we now need it. 109 versus anything. You talking about the BF 109? We can fuck with that. Well, guys, we have just hit our 2 hours. I am literally drenched in sweat. I could quench the thirst of a small village in Africa with what is currently in the chair with me right now. So, as always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing. If you would like to support the channel, please go to habituallinecrosser.com, get yourself some merch, maybe buy me a beer, and also check out my exclusive series on Pepperbox. I drop those a couple times a month. And also, you can see me and the Fat Electrician, Angry Cops, and Eli Double Tap in our new podcast series only on Pepperbox called Kinda Consensual. See you guys next time.